Hello, David. How you doing? Can you hear me, buddy? Just gonna do a little reaction to the walk. Hello, David. How you doing? Can you hear me, buddy? So it's gonna do a little live reaction and chat for Walking Dead season 7, episode 10. New best friends. Excellent, excellent, Dave. How are you today, buddy? Just doing this before the Fill the Issues guys show. Try to reel in a few more people to join Phil in the recap and review. You think we're gonna get any Negan tonight, David? It would be nice. So this is Al Red Sox fan. You're watching Al Red Sox fan YouTube station. We're gonna do a little chat and live reaction as I'm gonna watch Walking Dead season 7, episode 10. New best friends. All right, looks like there's gonna be a pickup here, and it looks like they're gonna start off with the kingdom. Oh, look, a walker from the woods. She's kind of sexy. Dave, do you think she's kind of sexy, or just been lonely too long? Oh boy, ba-bing. That's an Excedrin headache. So it looks like we're at the kingdom. King Ezekiel's there. And here comes a van driving up with the. I don't like these saviors. I like Negan. I don't like these guys. These guys are putzes. And I especially don't like the long haired doofus. Ooh, I wonder if they're going to take him on right now. Morgan's with him. Little showdown at the OK Corral right now. So, what are they going to trade him? Oh. Uh-oh. Yes, they have met their obligations. I don't think things are going to go well for these saviors. Yep. There's going to be some issues. Alrighty. Ah, the long-haired doofus. Oh, I can't stand this guy. I hope Morgan takes him out. Yes, he did hit him first. He's going to hit him again. Uh-oh, so here's a standoff. Oh, just killed him. Ezekiel, kill him. I don't like these saviors. That guy's going to back down. Oh, oh, Ezekiel. That's not good. Come on. I wouldn't hand him the weapon. Ah, that's rotten. He's going to shoot this guy. He's going to shoot him. He's going to shoot him. I I handed him his weapon. Oh, Morgan. Good job, Morgan. Morgan stepped right in. Oh, it's on now, like Donkey Kong. The young kid stepped in now. That's right. Richard needs to take a shit and leave. Oh, oh. Not going good for the Kingdom here. Take them out, Ezekiel. Take them all out. Yeah, Richard needs to go. You guys need to go. Oh, visceral. That's a good word. Take them out now. I think this is going to make up Ezekiel's mind right now. Morgan wants his stick back. Great line. He's going to keep it. Uh-oh. Richard's a dick. That's right. See, Richard is what you call a bad apple in the Savior group. If you got rid of Richard, there'd be pretty much no issues with the Kingdom and these guys, except that the Kingdom gets shaken down all the time by these guys. Very good. Very impressed to see the young kid, I can't think of his name, step up and help Morgan out right there. So that's how this episode starts off. Ezekiel should have stepped up. They're going to start questioning his leadership, I believe. I think they're just going to start questioning his leadership. Now Ezekiel's saying, you did a good job to the young kid. Now he's giving him, just because you know how to fight, you shouldn't fight. Yep. Now they should have took out the Saviors. Uh-oh. Oh, Richard. Oh, Richard's the guy from the Kingdom. I apologize. I like this guy. I thought Richard was the guy from the Saviors. The long-haired doofus who I can't stand. And remember, I'm a Negan guy. I like Negan. I like Negan, but I do not like this group of Saviors. So Daryl. You see Daryl. He's still with the Kingdom. He's talking to Morgan. All right. So it's a pretty good start so far for the episode. Daryl and Morgan are talking. Morgan's pissed he lost his stick. I think Daryl's working on Morgan to talk to Ezekiel to help them jump on Rick's side. These group of Saviors that come up to the Kingdom, that one guy, that long-haired guy, is just a total DB. The leader's not so bad. I mean, they're still shaking down the Kingdom, don't get me wrong. That's not nice. But it's the long-haired guy who I can't remember his name, is just a total something you should flush down the toilet. You guys get my meaning. You know what I'm saying. So we're probably coming up on commercial here. So if you're watching along with me, what are your thoughts so far on this episode? Pretty good. Started off a little. Last week's episode was okay. It was probably my least favorite episode of all time. Very slow moving. Okay, they're showing some Richard doing a little target practice with his bow as they've taken Richard's gun away. And Daryl comes over to talk to Richard. Yes, you do. They took your gun. I was surprised they gave up his gun. I really was. What are your thoughts so far on this episode? It's Al, Red Sox fan. Jump in the chat. Share your thoughts. And remember, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go over to Phil the Issues Guy for the live recap and review. The link is below. Great show. And also check out Broke Black Man 94, who's in the chat, a.k.a. David the Saint. He does wonderful recaps and reviews, and you can go to my YouTube page and see how to link up with that. Oh, Daryl has his crossbow! And now we're going to go to commercial after he shoots it. Oh, we go to commercial before he shoots it. Anyway, I like the start of this episode better than the last episode. Let's use in the chat. What time will this new episode start? It's already started, my friend, Plasma Buster, I'm sorry. It's on AMC. I don't know where in the world, what part of the world you're from, but it's on right now on AMC. There is no video on this channel. It's just me watching, giving my live reaction, talking to people in the chat. Yep. So, I mean, here, Eastern Standard Time, USA, it's 9:09. They've gone to commercial. What, Plasma Buster, did you watch last week's episode, and what did you think of it? And Broke Black Man, if you're still in the chat, what did you think of last week's episode? Last week's episode to me was extremely slow. It was probably my least favorite episode in 7 seasons, and I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead, even though they've pulled a lot of crap with the fans. I like Negan. I don't think Negan's a bad character. I like him in the comic books. I just started reading the comic books. I definitely like him on the show. He's the most interesting, fun character, in my opinion, Negan is. And what I like to see is every time we come across a new group, how bad does Rick look as a leader? I mean, look how well the Kingdom runs with Ezekiel. Hilltop runs pretty well with that weasel Gregory. Really, Maggie's in charge now. And, I mean, even the governor, in a weird way, was a better leader. No, the episode will not be shown on this channel. This is only live chat and reaction. There is no video of the episode. It's on AMC right now. My suggestion, FMD, when you get a chance, you should look up how to download Mobdro. It's a great app. Oh, you're in the UK? So when do you got in the UK? When do you watch it? When does that come on? Monday, I think? FMD. Look up on YouTube or just go to the internet on the web. Look up a app called Mobdro. Mobdro. It's a great app. It's a great app. Oh, 9 tomorrow. Okay. Because I think on Mobdro, as long as they don't block AMC, you can watch it. Have you ever heard of that app? It's a great app. What did you think of last week's episode, FMD? Buster City. So, Plasma, you liked last week's episode? Okay, that's fine. I thought it was a little slow. Okay, we're back, and now it's Richard wandering around in the woods, going to a stash. I'm assuming he has weapon stash. You don't have to worry about Richard. Yeah. There's a great after the show, great live recap and review with Phil the Issues Guy on his YouTube station. Link provided below. His co-host Joe Dirtylocks had something. He said something that really made sense for last week's episode. In a comic, it plays much better when you have a couple of pages that are slow because you know as you're reading it's going to pick up. But I'd like to see them pick up the pace in the Walking Dead. Right now, it looks like Richard and Daryl are on a little road trip, like Bing Crosby and Bob Hope, except it's going to be a little more violent. I don't know where they're going, but they're armed. I've got an overview shot. So, all right, let's jump in the chat real quick. FMD, I changed my setting to USA Los Angeles on a proxy server, and I'm on AMC Online. Oh, excellent. Good, good. So you're watching along. Excellent. I wish I could show it. I can't. I would get a suspension, and I've already dealt with that, so I don't want that again. Right now, as you can see, it's Richard and Daryl. So they're going on a little scouting mission. Again, it's Al Red Sox Fan. You're watching on Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, chatting along with some people in the chat, watching the show. And remember, after the show, there's a link below for Phil the Issues Guy YouTube station. I'm going to start 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. live recap and review. It's really a good show with Phil and Joe. I don't know if Joe's going to be there tonight. And then you have all the friends in the chat. All right. So Daryl and Richard are having an intense conversation. Uh-oh. I think he's going to find out where Carol is. Uh-oh. Richard just told Daryl to Carol. Oh, now Daryl knows. Daryl knows he's going to go see Carol. Oh, wow. Richard wants to definitely get rid of the Saviors. Are you guys in the chat and watching? You guys Negan fans? I do like Negan. I don't like this group of Saviors that comes up here, though, to the kingdom. They're douchebags. All right. FMD says, I see nothing on AMC. Yeah, I think you have to wait, FMD. Once this episode's over, I think they will have it on. While you're waiting, jump online and type in Mobdro. It's a great app if you're able to download that. And they have AMC and it streams on that, and you can probably watch it now. So, oh wow, Daryl throws Richard to the ground. What's going on here? They're struggling. What the hell's going on here? Oh, Richard taking it on the chin. Holy shit. What the hell's wrong with Daryl? What did he say to piss him off? I was talking to, uh-oh, Mexican standoff. The man with the assault rifle is going to win this. Yeah. So I don't know what he said to trigger Daryl. Now, and he's saying we got to move against the Saviors now, but there was a little brawl between Daryl and Richard. He just talked about what they have to do requires sacrifice. They're still pointing their weapons at each other. Oh, so he says Carol living on her own is practically dead right now. So Daryl's a little pissed. So he must have said something about Carol to trigger Daryl to beat the bejesus out of him in those brief moments of violence. Now they both lower their weapons. Oh, it's a Hallmark moment. Ooh. Richard says, I would die for the kingdom. Daryl retorts, why don't you? And now I believe they're going to go their separate ways. And they do. And are we going to go to... And commercial! As AMC is great for having a gazillion commercials in this for the Walking Dead show. Yes, FMD, Mobdro. Great app. Now, sometimes they do... bring, block the links or the links don't work, but last week it worked. So, Al Red Sox fan, we're just doing a little live chat and reaction to The Walking Dead. Coming back out here at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure there's a link below for Phil the Issues Guy. He does a wonderful recap and review. Check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. If you're watching here, jump in the chat. Oh, Plasma Buster, you're still with us. Plasma Buster says, I don't want Carol to die. No, neither do I. I like her character. Plasma, what are your thoughts on what they've done to her character? She went from Rambo Carol to Nervous Breakdown Carol. So Plasma, is Carol, I would take it, one of your favorites on the show? So we're at commercial right now. Tell me, what are some of your favorite moments from The Walking Dead if you're watching along and if you're in the chat? One of my favorite episodes is still the very first episode, the premiere years ago. It was just awesome. I also like the episode on Herschel's farm with the big herd of walkers. That's another one of my favorites. Um, what else? I thought the governor's storyline dragged on too long. Oh, the death of Glenn. You like that? That was well. I mean, it sucked that they made us wait. That part I didn't like. We had to wait. But when it came back, I thought they did that well. Or is Glenn one of your favorite characters? Also, oh, so yeah, I didn't think they should have made us wait. I think you could have given us you could have given us. I mean, um, you could have given us one of them, and then when they came back for the season premiere, you could have given us Glenn. You could have shown Abraham, right? And then you could have showed the part. You could have ended it right when Daryl hits Negan, and someone else is going to get it when he says, "I give you the first one for free. Now someone's got to pay for the next one." And then you could have went, and that would have been the cliffhanger. So Glenn and Carol, yeah, they're good characters. I do like them. I mean, what did you think about the whole Glenn surviving all the zombies under the dumpster? Plasma, what were your thoughts on that? And thank you very much for being in the chat. All right, Plasma, take care, buddy. We'll be here if you want to jump back in. Thank you for stopping by. Remember, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, USA. Link below. Join Phil the Issues Guy for the recap and review, along with friends of Phil in the chat. Share your thoughts. Take care, Plasma. Enjoy the episode, my friend. This is Al, Red Sox fan. We're just doing a little live reaction and chat for The Walking Dead, as it looks like we're going to be coming back to the show right now. Oh, we're back. I believe we're with the Garbage Pail Kids. Ooh, some nice artwork there. What is that, a dog? That looks like a pig. A lot of good artwork here in this dump. All right, let's see what's going on here. It's amazing Negan hasn't found the Garbage Pail Kids yet. A little sip of coffee. So this is the clip that we saw last week, I believe, that they released for this episode. At least I saw this on YouTube. Yeah, they come out of what looks like a dump fort. It looks pretty secure there, though. They all seem to be dressed in dark clothing, and God, they must smell bad living in a dump. All right. I'm wondering, I hope not. I hope this group does not take the place of the Whisperers. Spoiler alert. If you read the comics, you know what I'm talking about. But there's another group that we should be meeting maybe next season. And I hope I hope these Garbage Pail Kids are not taking the place of that group. There's Rick. We see Rick for the first time in this episode. Michonne. Who else is behind him? And they're just all walking around. It's kind of cult-like. Yeah, it's very cult-like. Oh, there's Rosita. A little tension between Rosita and Abraham's other love. There's Aaron. So they're just, yeah, they're very cult-like. So I'm wondering if this group is going to take place of that other group that we'll probably see next season, I would think. All right, very bizarre. They're forming like two circles. I assume the leader is going to speak now. Rick looks at Michonne. Michonne has some concern on her face. Rick still seems happy. He thinks these people are going to fight with him, I think. And she said, "Does one lead?" Okay. Oh, bad haircut. Bad haircut on this woman. Let's see what's going on. Hi, I'm Rick. You want to go out? Oh, she's talking trash to Rick. Okay. Oh. So Rick says you have Gabriel. They look like they're going to go get Gabriel. So do you guys think that Gabriel was screwing over the group, taking the food and just leaving before he got abducted by the garbage pail kids? And if so, why would he leave a message the boat? Yeah, they do have Gabriel. Rick smiles at Gabriel. Gabriel's in a t-shirt. He looks very nervous. Oh, the boat. The boat is theirs. Oh. Oh, wow. Rick says we have nothing to buy back our lives with. I don't know if they can be happy with that remark. Yeah. So he's going to explain the saviors to them now. There's Rosita with her scar. So he's going to give his rah-rah speech how they have to join together and fight the saviors, probably. All right. He's giving her the options of the saviors. Or you kill. They kill you or they own you, he says. Oh, way out. What's the way out, Rick? Preach, Rick. Yes, join the 5 people that you have surrounded. She kind of smiles like, you're a douchebag, Rick. I don't think she's going to go along with the program. No. Oh, that's it. She's giving the signal. Father Gabriel's going bye-bye. I think there's going to be a little, little fight now. Oh, Aaron takes it on the chin. Rick's kicking some ass. And he's saying, wait. Oh, Father Gabriel! Pulling a knife out. Oh, Father Gabriel. You do it, man. Away from Tamiel now. Yep. Oh, wow. Oh, he's trying to motivate them by if you kill the saviors, you're going to have all the food and supplies you want. Good job, Father Gabriel. Will the garbage pails go along with it? Well, she tells him to stand down. Garbage pail kids are standing down. This is away from Tammy. I think this group of garbage pail kids are taking the place of another group in the comics. I really feel this now. Because they're very cult-like. And the group in the comics is definitely cult-like. I'm not going to get into it. Gabriel drops the knife. Okay. Now Gabriel's got. Oh, Gabriel's saying join us and beat them together. He says you can have what's theirs. You'll be rewarded, Gabriel says. Gabriel coming through in the clutch. Oh, she says we want to be rewarded now. Okay. Rick can do anything, he says. Wow. Wow, Gabriel stepping up. But why was he leaving? Why was he leaving? Why do you think he was leaving? Jump in the chat during the commercial and just tell me why you think he was leaving last week. So he's giving his rah-rah speech. Now the woman with the leader of the garbage pail kids signals to some of her cult followers. Rick and Michonne hold hands. That's so cute. He's saying it's okay. Oh, I think we're going to get the zombie monster with the thing on his head now. Like the armored zombie. I saw this clip on YouTube, I believe. Rick's walking away. So I think there's going to be a little battle sequence here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's get some explanation from Father Gabriel, hopefully, on what he was doing. Okay. Little intel on these people. Oh, shoot. What'd I do? All right, so Gabriel's going to give him a little intel. In fact, by accident, rewound the show. Michonne wants to know where they're taking him. The scarecrow-looking woman points to the top. See, here's what I don't understand. How do the Saviors not know about the Garbage Pail Kids? Seriously, how do they not know? And also, if you're the Saviors, wouldn't you have someone watching Rick's group, you know, just sort of tailing them out in the woods? So Rick now is at the top of the garbage pile with the leader of the Garbage Pail Kids. Okay, what are they looking at? They're looking down at something. I mean, again, if you're Negan's crew, why wouldn't you have someone watching Alexandria? Uh-oh. Oh, she says we take, we don't bother. Yeah, they're very cult-like. I mean, you need them as allies now, but I don't think you can trust them later. Uh-oh. Yep, she's saying things are changing again. And she says we'll change with them. Maybe. So I think so she says to Rick, we need to know you. Oh, bye, Rick. Rick just went tumbling on down the garbage pail patch. All right, commercial. So what are your thoughts? Oh, Paul Langsford jumps in the chat. How are you, my friend? Yes. Are you looking forward to the Eugene Negan and Dwight Bottle episode next week? Well, I like Negan. Hey, Plasma Buster. You're back. Thank you for jumping back as we went to commercial. The question is, Paul, I always look forward to Negan. I like Negan as a character. I guess there's a lot of people who don't like Negan. I think he's an interesting character. So, here's the question to the chat. If you were Negan in the Saviors, wouldn't you have someone watching Alexandria at all times? Now, grant you, if I was Negan and I caught them last year, I would have killed them all and just went to Alexandria with their heads and said, hey, look, I just took out your best people and you give me what I want. You're going to give me half your stuff once a month or whatever. I don't know what the deal is there, but what are your thoughts, Plasma Buster, on the episode so far? I like it so far. Paul, what are your thoughts? Paul says, yeah, I would. I mean, doesn't it make sense, Paul, that you would have follow Summer? His ego is so big, he doesn't think he need. Very good point, follow Summer. Excellent point. Yes. And what is the worst thing that can happen to you is underestimate your opponents, as Rick did in the group when they underestimated the Saviors. Great point by Follow Summer. Speaking of Negan, Follow Summer says his ego is so big he doesn't think he needs to watch them. Great point. Plasma Buster. But the thing is no one has said yes for their agreement to fight this. Yes, no one has. Another good point by Plasma Buster. But we all know they're all going to come around to it, or there wouldn't be a show. Good points made by the viewers and people who've jumped in the chat. Right now we have Paul Lansford. Thank you for joining us. We have Follow Summer. Thank you for joining us. And Plasma Buster. Early on we had Broke Black Man 94, a.k.a. David the Saint. And we also had, before it comes back, FMD in the chat. So, all right. I think, it's a great point. Paul and I were discussing, or I threw the question out about how the Savior should have someone, watching Alexandria, and he agreed with me. And then Follow Summers just brought up a wonderful point. I'm going to repeat it again before we get back to the show. In discussing what we were saying, someone should watch. Case, Spy, Scout, constantly Alexandria. Follow Summers said something excellent, and regarding Negan. His ego, this is regarding Negan, his ego is so big he doesn't think he needs to watch them. Home run out of the ballpark with that comment. I totally agree. Paul says, teaser, the episode has events that foreshadows events in episode 13. Okay, Paul, later on, if you want to give me some of those teasers, or right now, I'd love that. I like teasers. Plasma Buster, I kind of think someone may happen. I'm sorry, Plasma Buster. I kind of think something may happen to Daryl in future episodes. What did you think about that fight between him and Richard from the Kingdom? Oh, that episode's back. All right, let's all watch and share your thoughts in the chat after. Thank you very much for joining us. All right, so Rick, they threw him down the garbage pail hill. What is that? Is that Michonne? Oh, is that Michonne? And he's signaling. I think that's Michonne. Through the little pipe. I think right now. Oh yeah, yeah. How did they get all that crap on that zombie? Wow. That is oh boy. Rick is in a world of poop right now. I think Rick pooped his pants. I would poop my pants, that's for sure. Wow. That is like a boss battle for a video game. What do you guys think? Is that a boss battle? What's Rick going to hit him with? Oh, that didn't work. Staggered! Rick staggered him with that shot, though. Now Rick staggers back. I'm going to call this like a boxing match. Rick's got to stay away. Oh, good job by Rick. Wow. Oh, that hurts. Oh, my God. Wow. They had to take a lot of time to do that to that zombie boss battle thing monster. Oh, good shot. Rick's down. Every time he hits him, he's taking punishment because there are freaking spikes coming out of the zombie boss battle. This is a boss battle. This is the biggest boss battle ever right now. Rick needs some health. Where's the ammo? Rick's climbing up. Oh, what was he going for, that bottle? Oh, Rick's down. And here comes boss battle zombie. Uh-oh. Use them. What did you say? Oh, the walls. Use them. Oh! Michonne with the cheat code. Boss battle zombies down under garbage. Now grab something really heavy and smash his head. All right. Boss battle zombie is all but out right now. And Rick is going to win this boss battle fight. And it is over. The winner and champion of the garbage pail boss battle, Rick Grimes. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Michonne with the cheat code saying, use the walls. And now Crazy Woman, who leads the garbage pail kids, is looking down at him. Rick saying, you believe us now? She's just looking down. Doesn't say a freaking word. Now she throws a rope down. I like that. That was like a boss battle. That was pretty funny. That was, my God, did they steal that from a video game? A boss battle. That was the most vicious Guys, do you think that's the most vicious zombie we've seen in Walking Dead? I mean, they had spikes, they had swords or spikes going through it. That was hilarious. And then Michonne with the cheat code. Use the walls! That's hilarious. I'm going to jump back in the chat real quick while Rick tries to climb up out of the garbage pail dump. Paul Lansford says the teaser has to do with Richard. Okay. All right, share that with us later during commercial break. So Rick's back up there talking to Garbage Pail Queen, and they look at each other. Did she agree? All right, I think she just agreed. She says, like, you're a good fighter, blah, blah, blah. He smiles. I still don't think you can trust the Garbage Pail Kids. I'm thinking this group is going to take place. I hope I'm wrong because I want to see the other group. That this group's going to take place of another group that's in the comics. Uh-oh, what's Rick saying? Oh, you get a third. Yeah. They want. It's funny. She wants half the negotiating terms. He says third. She says half. A third. Yeah, a third, and we keep what we stole. That's funny. Agree to those terms, Rick. Oh. She's a good negotiator. Say yes, Rick. You need these people. Yeah. Everyone's happy. And the guns. And the guns. They're going to shake on it. Yep. They're going to shake lefty. Rick's bleeding from the right hand. All right, so we have the first group that officially has joined them. Is that correct, Paul and Plasma? This is the first group to join Rick and Alexandria, the Garbage Pail Kids. Paul Langsford, I don't want to spoil without your consent. Nothing wrong with teases, but spoilers are wrong without consent. Well, just before you do it, just put something in the chat. That way, if someone doesn't want to... Paul Lansford says, yes, that's correct. This is the first group to join Alexandria. Just before you do it, just put something in the chat saying you're going to do it, and I'll say if no one wants to know the spoiler with Richard, you know, look away, shut your eyes, and I like spoilers. So, thank you, Paul. So, we'll do it during commercial break, Paul, if you want. All right, so what did you guys think about the zombie boss battle? That was pretty cool. Yeah, I think that was pretty cool. And I don't trust these Garbage Pail Kids at all. Oh, they just dropped their weapons. They're going to give the weapons back. And do you think that this group, if you've read the comics or followed along like with the comics online, just reading synopsis, do you think this group is going to be taking place of another group? Let's not spoil that for anyone, but there's another group that is very cult-like. So Rick comes back, tells his people, we have a deal. This could be a good ally for now, but this ally, I think, later on might be an enemy. I think. I don't know. So there's a touchy-huggy moment between Rick and Michonne. And commercial! That's what AMC does, commercials. It's Al Red Sox fan, thank you for joining. Myself, Paul Langsford, Plasma Buster's back, FMD, David the Saint, a.k.a. Broke Black Man 94. Follow Summer, who had a great point regarding Nego's ego, because we had asked the question, or I had asked the question, why don't they have someone watching Alexandria at all times? Follow Summer says, Negan's ego is too big, doesn't think that he has to do it. It was a great point. Plasma Busters says, she may betray them later. I have that feeling. I have that feeling also. I have that feeling that this group, I mean, you need this group now. You definitely need this group now, you know. to help you with the battle against the saviors. Um, she's a very strong-willed leader. So, again, Rick, you know, what do you guys think of Rick's leadership ability? Also, Paul Lansford, if he's still there, he might be giving us a spoiler regarding Richard from the Kingdom, and he's going to warn us a little bit before he does it. I want to know the spoiler. So if you don't like spoilers, when Paul comes in, he says he will say, he'll give us a little warning, and then he'll wait for me to say, yeah, go ahead. That way, if anyone doesn't want to know the spoiler, they can go away and come back. But spoilers don't bother me, because sometimes they give out these spoilers and they're not right. So sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. I like all the intel. Intel is good. This is Al, Red Sox fan. A little live reaction and chat regarding The Walking Dead, Season 7, Episode 10. Have some wonderful people in the chat. Plasma Buster, Paul Lansford, excuse me, Follow Summer, FMD was in the chat earlier. Broke Blackman 94 was in the chat earlier, aka Dave the Saint. He has a great channel, does a lot of recaps and reviews. Check him out. Also, if you want, later on at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time USA, there's a link below for Phil the Issues Guy channel. He does a wonderful recap and review, and you can jump in the chat with friends of Phil. It's a fun time. But right now, let's see what's going on. Oh, Plasma Buster. Right now, Rick's leadership is starting to prosper a bit more now. Yeah, he's doing a better job now. I just think it's funny every time we come across a new. My opinion. Every time we come across a new group, it seems like you sit there and you go, "Wow, these people are better run than Rick's group." Follow Summer. Thank you for jumping back in. Rick is an epic leader, and that will pay out in the next season or two for sure. I agree. So I like this episode. This episode's been. What did you guys think of the boss battle? I make that joke. It was like a video game boss battle. The zombie, and it had the what were those, like just pointy pieces of metal sticking through it? That was epic. That was great. That was funny. And then Michonne with the cheat code. Use the walls, Rick. Use the walls. Good strategy there. That was a great strategy. This episode's been good so far. I like it. I thought last week's episode was slow. I was bummer. The best part of last week's episode was when they were listening to Negan on the walkie-talkie on the radio, and he was doing his eulogy on Fat Joey. I thought that was hilarious. Seeing that Fat Joey's dead, skinny Joey now just becomes Joey. That was great. So, and how long do you think before the Kingdom comes to realize that they need to join the fight? Oh, we're back. All right, let's get back to the show, and I'll see you at commercial. All right, so we see Carol for the first time in this episode, so I'm assuming Daryl will be on his way. Oh, it's the Kingdom. I mean, Ezekiel. Ezekiel with some of his men. So he's going to talk to Carol. So we're going to have banter back and forth here. Trip the wire. Booby trap. So Carol's just looking at them. And she says, "Goodbye, Your Majesty." I think Ezekiel has a thing for Carol. Oh, Peach Cobbler. They're trying to win Carol over with Peach Cobbler. Peach Cobbler is good. Would that win you guys over, Peach Cobbler? Oh, she gives that little look, so there's little comedy right now, little lightheartedness in at this portion in the episode. I don't know if I could live in that house with the dead bodies around there. At least they've stayed in the ground, right? So she just sits down. She did a nice job revamping that house, don't you think? All right, Paul's jumped back in the chat. I will read that after, and he has spoilers. So, but I'll jump in. Paul, I'll read those out after Paul during commercial if that's okay. That's got to be Daryl at the door. That has to be with her reaction. That's got. Yep, that was easy to tell with her reaction. So Daryl's gonna move in with Carol. Oh, she's coming to tears. Another Hallmark moment. Here comes the hug. Here comes the hug. Yep. Is it me, or does it look like Daryl's finally bathed just a little bit? Because he probably really smelt bad, don't you think, Daryl? Thank you, everyone who's watching, who's jumped in the chat. If you haven't and you want to, jump in the chat. Feel free. Share your thoughts. That's what this is about. Let's all enjoy the episode together. So now Carol and Daryl are just talking. Yeah. Yeah, he looks cleaner. Daryl definitely looks cleaner. Also, Paul Lansford, I believe, I'm just looking real quick at the chat, has put up a couple of spoilers. And I'll read them off later. Oh, a new BP4 Gaming says, hey, hello, BP. How are you? What did you think of that zombie boss battle, BP4? That was pretty epic. That was fun. All right, we're back with the Garbage Pail Kids. Okay. Let's hear what Gabriel has to say. So bear with me. Okay. All right, so Gabriel somehow knew about the Garbage Pail Kids. Oh, he was beginning to lose faith. Maybe he was taken off. Oh. Wow. So, okay. Now, all right, we're going to have to discuss this with Gabriel in the chat at the commercial. Do you think they were inside Alexandria, thus making him dump everything in, and we just didn't see that they were, like, robbing them? Do you think? Because that's the way it sounds right now. So let's get people's opinions on that in the chat. Let's do that at commercial break. You can do it now. It's just I don't want to miss stuff. Okay, I don't want to miss anyone in the chat. I'd like to read off. You're kind enough to jump in the chat. I want to read off your what your thoughts are. Rick pats Gabriel on the shoulder. Job well done. Okay. Michonne, little wry smile there. Okay, so they're just discussing amongst themselves. Let me jump in the chat real quick. BP4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, baby. I don't have cable. Oh, sorry about that, bud. All right, so Paul Lansford has the spoilers 1, 2, and 3, which I'm going to read out during commercial break. Thank you, Paul. I just want to make sure where it starts. Okay. And if I miss one, Paul, I know there's 3 of them right now. Just remind me. So Rosita, they're talking. Oh, it's blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Rosita's basically, we'll do whatever we have to do to win. I think that's what she means. Guns. Soon. They want guns. It's dangerous to arm these people, but they need them. They need them. So they're going to go out and find the guns. They're loading up the car. Going to leave the Garbage Pail Kids, it seems. They're loading up the car. Rick's talking amongst the group. Very interesting about Father Gabriel. Let's share your thoughts on that. Do you think that the Garbage Pail Kids had breached the walls and made Father Gabriel clear everything out? Because he did leave Oh, they took the dog-looking thing. That's hilarious. I did like that little statue. Yeah, because we won, so it's like a trophy. Cool. So, what are your thoughts? Did they take Father Gabriel? Hey, dirty issues. I hate those people. Dirty issues. Guns now. Guns now. Yes, exactly. Dirty issues. I agree. All right, commercial break. Let's jump in the chat here real quick. Paul has some spoilers. If you don't want to know about the spoilers, look away. I'm going to read them. Follow Summers back in. Gabriel. Okay, let's do Follow Summers. Gabriel was on a mission. He wasn't just leaving. Yep. All right, let's do Paul's spoilers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna do spoilers. Spoiler part 1, episode 13. Ben's death will be caused by some shady dealing from Richard during a supply drop. Oh. He will stir up the conflict between the Saviors and the Kingdom. So he's gonna have something happen to help motivate Ezekiel to join the fight. Spoiler 2, Ben will end up paying the price with his life. Ben's death will trigger Monroe to regress back to crazy mode, and he will kill Richard as a result. Oh, excellent stuff. I like it. Spoiler 3, Richard showing recklessness in this episode foreshadows his demise in episode 13. He is too hell-bent on revenge and blinded by rage, similar to the governor in season 3. Great point, Paul. Spoiler number 4. After killing Richard, Morgan will go back to Carol and eventually tell her what happened to Glenn and Abraham. She goes back to encourage Zeke to fight. Good stuff. Thank you very much, Paul. Paul says, FYI, there are four spoilers, all from episode 13. I liked it. Thank you very much for the info. Dirty Issues. Bad Community Theater of Mad Max. That was pretty good. I like that. Dirty Issues is a great channel. Anyone who's watching, friends of my channel, they're also associated. They're Phil the Issues guy video game channel and monologue channel. And remember, at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, USA, there's a link below. Come join us for Phil the Issues Guy recap and review of this episode of The Walking Dead. Jump in the chat. Join the Friends of Phil. It's always a good time. And check out Dirty Issues with Joe Dirtylocks and John Riley. Great stuff there. Love those guys. And I love everyone who's jumped in the chat and shared their thoughts. Follow Summer. If you're there while we're still in commercial, can you give more of your opinion on Gabriel? I do. Follow Summer said Gabriel was on a mission. He wasn't just leaving. Do you think he knew of the Garbage Pail Kids already? Do you think he knew of them? I mean, because it's a show, you can do whatever you want. So, but would love to hear your thoughts on that. Follow Summer, and anyone else, share your thoughts. And once again, just another plug for Phil the Issues Guy, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, USA. There's a link below on this page. Come join the recap and review live chat. Sometimes he has phone lines open. You can call in. I don't know if he's going to have that, but he does have that. And it's a fun time. Everyone in the chat's great. Check it out. Encourage you to come join us. Oh, let's see who's jumped back in. Paul answered, FYI. Oh, I already read that. Thank you, Paul. Plasma Buster's back. So when we are all at war, start the very end of season 7 or the start of season 8. I really want to see the Whisperers. Okay, Plasma, because you brought up the name, I'm going to say, do you think this group of Garbage Pail Kids have taken the place of the Whisperers? I hope not. I agree with you. I want to see the Whisperers. Follow Summer. I think he had a hunch about it. Okay, that's interesting. Because what he said was, it's like almost like they had taken him, you know, that's what I took from his little conversation with Rick. And then he decided, well, you know, he decided to try to get them on their side. BP4 Gaming, I predict Heath is with the Whisperers. Well, we haven't seen Heath, so that could happen. Good point there, BP4. Plasma Buster, I hope not as well. But you have to read the comic, dude. I know, I've been reading them. I'm actually to the part where Negan comes in the comic. So Follow Summer. I saw something when he was on night duty. Yes. What did you see? He was reading his. Are we back? Oh, we're back. We're at Carol. Okay, we'll be back in the chat. I will check the chat while the episode's going on, but I know everyone wants to watch this. We're at 9:59 p. Oh, so this is coming to an end. I think this is just an hour long, right? Okay, Carol is with Daryl. They're talking. Okay, so they're talking. Al, Red Sox fan, thank you very much for joining me in this live reaction and chat regarding The Walking Dead. Greatly appreciate the wonderful people who are in the chat giving wonderful thoughts. If you're watching, jump in the chat, be cordial, and be respectful. Those are my rules. I think we should all be cordial and respectful to everybody. So we can have differences of opinion, but that's fine. Anyway, thank you very much. So Daryl and Carol are just talking here. Now Daryl knows, because Daryl knows obviously Glenn and Abraham are dead. Oh, he's gonna tell. I think he's gonna reveal it now. Okay, so let's watch this, and I'll jump in the chat. I see BP4 has just posted in the chat. I'll get to that, BP, and I think he's gonna tell her what happened now. Okay, what's going on here? Come on. Okay, so she's saying why she left. She didn't want to get hurt. The saviors came. Oh, okay. She asks, is everyone okay? Uh-oh. Oh, this is going to be intense. Uh-oh. She's crying. She has a bad feeling. It's going to be a good scene here. She keeps saying, is everyone okay? Daryl, oh, wow. This is going to be a good scene. Daryl's just sitting in that corner, glassy-eyed. And, oh, boy. Tough scene to watch here. Let's all remember it's just a show. They came. Okay. Yep. Okay, they made a deal. Oh, he lied. He lied to her. He said everyone's all right. Wow, he did not tell Carol. She's crying. She seems. Oh, wow. Would you tell? I mean, that's tough. He should have told Carol, don't you think? Wow. So he did not reveal that Glenn and Abraham are no longer with the group as Negan bludgeoned their heads. I guess he's trying to protect her, but someone's going to tell Carol. I think that goes to the point that Paul Lunsford said. Because he says someone else is going to tell Carol. Obviously, Daryl's not going to. They're going to have a little dinner right now. And it is 10:02 Eastern Standard Time. I don't think... Is this a 90-minute episode? Let me go to info here. No, it's going to go to 10:06, so we got about 4 more minutes. Carol's happy. She's watching Daryl eat. Again, Daryl looks slightly cleaner than his normal dirty Pigpen self. Pigpen was a character from the Peanuts, if you don't know, comic. You know, Charlie Brown and Snoopy. Daryl's going to leave now in the dark. Not a good idea. I know Daryl's can handle himself, but still, leave in the dark. No, he's going to go back and give her a hug. That's nice. Another Hallmark moment on The Walking Dead. So, what do you think about that? Daryl did not tell Carol about Glenn and Abraham. I wonder if he thinks she's too broke, that she'll just snap if she knows that they're dead. So the episode's probably going to end quite soon. Daryl leaves. Carol's going to go back in the house. Wait, no, yes, no, yes, yes. Shuts the door. Why would... Oh, Ezekiel and Ty... Okay. So what... Is this going to be Morgan trying to convince Ezekiel? Oh, no, it's Daryl with the tiger. Daryl's looking at the tiger. The tiger's looking at Daryl. Who do you think smells worse, Daryl or the tiger? Morgan. Morgan's there. Morgan says Ezekiel will be impressed. Daryl and the tiger seem to get along. Grant you, the tiger's caged up. Uh-oh. Yeah. He's telling Morgan he saw Carol. I think Morgan wants to know if he told her. Okay. Morgan says, I get it. I mean, Daryl says, I get it to Morgan regarding Carol. We need the kingdom to fight. Morgan, he says, you have to make that happen. He said, okay. Morgan says, no. Well, this is going to go to Paul Lunsford's point. Again, he put some information regarding episode 13, which is really interesting. I liked it. If you don't like spoilers, don't read it. But I did like it. It's following into what Paul Lunsford has given us the information on. Thank you, Paul. Oh, Daryl's saying, hey, wake the hell up. Yes, because there are bad people in the world. Not everyone's nice. Oh. Now they're going back and forth. Daryl says, you don't know shit about me. Morgan says, you're the same. Okay. So they're going to have their little speech. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. All right, I'm going to jump in the chat shortly after they show the clip. We'll stay for a little bit. Oh, Daryl's petting the tiger. That's hilarious. Uh-oh. Daryl's going back to Hilltop to get them ready for battle. Oh, that was a good scene with the Daryl and the fake tiger. And Daryl is leaving again. I know what Follow Summer said, and it's a great point. Negan's ego. He doesn't have people watching them. It seems like there are sectors in Negan's kingdom, we'll call it, for lack of better terms, play on words. And there's a captain in charge of each sector. If I was a captain in charge of it, oh, okay, preview. They're showing Eugene. So we're going to have some Negan next week. There's my boy Negan. I am a Negan fan. I'm Negan. Okay, what's going on? Eugene, Negan, people kneeling down, Dwight. Oh, people getting beat up. He says, we're going to find him. I assume they're talking about Daryl. Okay, so that ends the episode. We'll shut that off. I don't want to watch The Talking Dead. I can catch that later. I want to hear, let's get your thoughts on this episode. We'll go to about 10:20 before Phil starts up. Let me jump in the chat here. Okay, she needs to know. Yes, BP says she needs to know. And yes, Paul, BP says. I'm trying to find where I left off. Oh, a lot of good stuff here in the chat. Thank you very much. Okay. Follow Summer, I think he had a hunch. Plasma, exclude the question mark. PB, I predicted Heath is with the Whisperers. I remember reading. Okay, let's find where we left off here. Thank you very much, Al Red Sox fan here, and thank you for joining me in the recap. I'm sorry, in the review, live reaction to The Walking Dead that we all watched together. So, Follow Summer. I saw something when he was on night duty. That's where we left off. Okay, Follow Summer. I mean, he saw something. Yes, he did. PB4 Gaming. End credits be like Finn. Daryl versus Zeke for Carol's heart. That's a steel cage match, don't you think, BP4? Paul Lansford. What finale spoilers? Want finale spoilers or no? Let's hold off on those, Paul, if you don't mind. On those. You've given us some really good stuff. So let's hold off on that for now, if you don't mind. Thank you. Follow Summer. This may put Carol over the edge. Right. I assume Follow Summer is talking about when I thought, and I think everyone thought Daryl was going to tell her about Abraham and Glenn. BP4, yes. And yes, Paul, PB4. Paul answer. FYI, I did reviews for all the episodes in the second half of season 7 on my channel if you want to know. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. You have a YouTube channel, Paul? I will be subscribing. I will be clicking on Paul. I believe if I click on Paul, I will go to your YouTube channel, correct? Oh, you know what, Paul? Go to my channel. Just go on one of my videos and leave your link. And that way, because I don't think you can put the link in here. BP4 Gaming. No, I'm angry. Why are you angry, BP4? She need. Oh, no, I agree. I'm angry also. She does need to know. I agree with BP4. He says Carol needs to know. I mean, how long are they going to keep that from her? But Paul did give us some really good info on episode 13 coming up. Follow Summer. Yes, he should have told her. Again, agree. BP4 Gaming. Can't contain myself anymore. She needs to know. So that's a recurring theme for all of us. We believe Carol needs to know. Bella from Twilight smells worse. That's great, Paul. BP. Paul Lansford. Finale spoilers. Michael Cuditz came back to film for the finale, most likely a flashback or dream sequence involving Sasha's death. I read it. I wasn't going to read it, but I had to. I love spoilers. Thank you, Paul. I could see them, Sasha being killed. I could see that. BB4. Negan captures Daryl. Please no. I don't know if that's going to happen. It could. Paul Lansford, another spoiler. I'm going to read it. If you don't want to know, I'm going to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negan catches word about Rick gathering an army and heads to ASZ. Is that Alexandria? With the Savior troops. Sasha and Eugene are also with him. Sasha does not arrive alive and takes Holly's comic death. Oh, that makes sense because in the comics, Holly is Abraham's love interest. I did read that. I'm up to that part. BP4 Gaming. We covered a lot of stuff. We covered a lot of stuff up here, bro. What's up with Dwight? That's a good question, Plasma. Good question. I liked this episode. I liked it. What were your favorite parts? Please share. I liked the zombie boss battle. It was kind of cheesy, little Z Nation-ish, but I liked it. I did like the zombie boss battle with Rick and Michonne saying with the cheat code, "Use the walls, Rick." I like that. I like the interaction between Daryl, and Carol. I don't like, as it looks like everyone else in the chat didn't like either, Daryl not telling Carol about Glenn and Abraham. Paul Lansford has shared some opinions and info. He's put them in the chat. I did enjoy reading them, aka they're spoilers. Thank you very much, Paul. I liked it though. Paul has a channel, so if you click on Paul, I believe you can go and check out his channel, and if you like it, subscribe. I will be doing that. I'm actually going to see if I do that now. I think it's going to take me out of the chat for a moment. Paul, please go to my channel if you don't mind and pick whatever video. I do a lot of sports retro gaming. I like that stuff. You guys probably don't like it, but I do. Just pick up one of my videos, and if you don't mind, put your link in. That way I can. I'd like to subscribe to your channel. And thank you for joining us in the chat. Plasma Buster, what's up with Dwight? I said that, I'm sorry. PB, Dwight Negan be like, traitor, Star Wars reference. Plasma Buster. What I didn't understand about the comic is that characters such as Eugene and Rosita. Okay, this is a comic spoiler alert. Again, if you haven't read the comic and other people have, I don't stop people from sharing their opinions and thoughts. So I'm going to read stuff and be aware there might be spoilers in it. Plasma Buster. What I didn't understand about the comic is that characters such as Eugene and Rosita died by their gets being decapitated and placed in sticks. But later in the issue, Eugene was back but with a metal hand. I haven't gotten to that part. I think isn't Eugene still alive in the comic though? I thought. I know they've done. Have you guys? Has anyone read the backs? Did they do the backstory on Negan? I mean, I think I saw that online. I read some synapses about that. BP4 Gaming. Click on the profile pic of their message to get their. Thank you, BP. Thank you. Do you have a channel, BP? Plasma Buster. Heads. Okay. Paul Lansford. I left a comment on your latest. Thank you, Paul. I'm gonna check that out. Greatly appreciate it. Follow Summer. Yes, he is. Okay. Thank you. Regarding Eugene, correct? Follow. BP4 Gaming. They did. Okay. Did you read it, BP? How did you like it? I think his backstory is going to be interesting. Paul Lansford, teaser. Next episode. Okay, so this is a teaser, everybody. Next episode, it is revealed who set Daryl free. Oh, great. Okay, so this is Paul Lansford's teaser. Next episode, it is revealed who set Daryl free in episode 8. Nobody has got it right yet without the spoilers. Ooh, juicy. Thank you, Paul. BP4 Gaming. Yes, I do have a channel, Laugh Out Loud. Okay. If you want, leave the link on one of my videos. Again, you don't have to watch the video. If you want to, go ahead. I do a lot of sports gaming stuff. I would like to check out your channel. I like to check out anyone's channel. We're all fellow YouTubers. I like to check out and support people. Follow Summer. Yes, Eugene is definitely alive and badass. Oh, in the comic. Excellent. I can't wait till I get there. Teeniest. Hi. When is going to start the war? Oh, when's the war going to start? We've had it. What's your opinion, everyone in the chat? I think it's going to, the prelude to war, we're going to see a little bit. I think everyone's going to come together for the final episode, but I don't know if we're going to see any battles yet. Maybe a skirmish at the final episode. BP, thank you for joining us, Teeniest. BP Gaming. Spoiler, he was a kid coach. His wife, yes, I know his wife had cancer. We're talking about Negan in the comment. Again, spoiler. Thank you very much, BP, for putting that in there. That I do know. So I'm going to read this. BP's given us some information, kind enough. He was a kid, so he's a coach. His wife died of cancer at the start. The bat is named after his wife. I knew that. Thank you. Also, I subbed and Notification Squad. Oh, thank you. Plasma Buster. Hold up. Was this new community in the comics, or did they just change the whole thing? I don't. From what I've read, I'm not all the way up recent with the comics. I don't recall this community. I'm hoping this community of Garbage Pail Kids does not take the place of the Whisperers. Teeniest. Sorry. What are you sorry for, teen? You don't. You don't have to be sorry, team. Share your thoughts. That's what we're here for. It's now 10:17. I'm going to stay on just a little bit longer. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Thank you very much, Al Red Sox fan YouTube station. I don't do this much. I'm more of a sports guy. I do a lot of boxing stuff, but I do like The Walking Dead. And would you like to do this again next week if I have an opportunity and the time to share your thoughts? I enjoy this. I like when people give their feedback. That's what makes it fun. We're all watching it together. I like that. So, Teenius, my grammar Don't worry about that, teens. Don't worry about that. I am the world's worst speller. My dyslexia kicks in every once in a while. I invert things. I'm horrible at grammar. You know, that's not a problem, teens. So, teens asked the question. Let's throw it out there to the chat. When do you think the war will start? At the end of this season, before the end of the season, or next season? Plasma Buster, I have a spoiler. Want to hear? Yes, I've been reading everyone else's spoilers. BP Gaming, commented link on your last stream today, and I'm dyslexic too. It's I have an accounting degree. I work with numbers. Sometimes it's not a good thing to be when my dyslexic stuff kicks in. I catch myself though. I don't have it too bad, but I honestly, every once in a while, it's funny. I start writing, whether it's like a phrase or a sentence or typing, using the computer at work, and I have a bad habit of putting one word in front of the other that should be behind it every once in a while. I catch myself. Um, Teens says, yay. BP4 Gaming, second half of season 8. Okay. Oh, second half. So you think they're going to drag it out that long, BP? I can, God, I hate. What I like about the comic, and Joe Dirty Locks from Phil the Issues Guy, he's the co-host, and he also hosts Dirty Issues Gaming with John Riley, good friends of my channel, and the link is below. And if you guys could, I'm going to be jumping over there shortly to join in on their recap and review. If you want, the links below. I suggest jump in, say hello, check it out. If you like it, share, and it's a fun time. The people in the chat are nice and good, just like you guys. Let's do a little more in the chat here. Follow Summer. The Whisperer War could take up a whole season. Now, that went a lot, pretty far in the comic, correct, Summer? Paul Lunsford. Spoilers. Okay, there's a spoiler from Paul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to read it. The war starts in the finale officially. It really begins in episode 14, though, if you want to think about it that way. Okay, so Paul, is that going to go back with your other spoilers regarding someone's death? Plasma Buster. Spoilers may be King Ezekiel may die in the show being decapitated by Alf. Yeah, oh yeah. Yep. In the comic that happens. Yep. And also his tiger will die being devoured by a horde of zombies. Plasma, that's comic. Yep. That was from BP4 saying that's the comic. BP4 from 9M, the comic. Teen says, no, Shiva. Well, you never know, Teen. I mean, they don't always do the same thing in the comic. But, yep, I'm aware. I'm thinking that could happen. What Plasma Bunny said. BP4 Gaming. Yeah, that's what, excuse me, what I meant. It all builds up little small fights here and there, but All Out War starts in season 8, perhaps. Follow Summer. The comic and TV show don't always line up. No, they don't. No, they don't. Do we think we're going to still have the Whisperers? Or did these garbage pail kids group take over for them? I hope not. I want to see the Whisperers. Plasma Buster. Gabriel may die like in the comic, breaking his leg while climbing down a water tower. I think in Alexandria, like being terrified by an army of Whisperers. I'm just saying. That's okay. It's good to share your thoughts. Listen, share your thoughts here. I mean, again, we're online talking about The Walking Dead. People are going to have spoilers. I mean, it happens. People who get bent out of shape about spoilers and stay away from all media, especially YouTube and online. BP Gaming. No, Denise's death was awesome. Did I miss something? BP, Denise was the one who got shot when Negan had the spaghetti dinner, correct? No. I'm sorry. Denise was the death that Abraham got in the comic, right? Teens, I haven't seen the episode. Did Gabriel appear in this one? Okay, you didn't see the episode, Teens? All right. Yes, he did, and that's all I'll say about it. Enjoy the episode. There's a great fight scene with a zombie and Rick. That's all I'll say. Follow Summer. The Whisperers are quite intense, though. I find that people who read the comics are more open to darker themes. I agree, Follow. I agree. That's why I'm wondering if this group is taking place of the Whisperers. I hope not. Paul Lansford. Spoilers. Okay, it's another Paul spoiler. I'm going to count to 5. Again, if you're on here, we're going to talk about the show, so I apologize, but I'm reading the spoilers. I like them. I said that All Out War kind of starts in episode 14 due to Rosita and Sasha attacking the sanctuary and Sasha making it inside the sanctuary while Rosita escapes. It is the first strike. Good info, Paul. Plasma Buster. No, it's true. Gabriel does die like that. I'm just saying I don't know if they will do it like the comic. Thank you, Plasma. BP4 Gaming. According to my research, the walk herd will walk herd will all die. Oh boy, what's that word? With in one more year. Maximum if they keep anyone close to realistic stuff. LOL. I'm sorry I butchered that, BP4. The because you have Walkered, the Walk Herd. If you want, can you just explain? I'm sorry. I don't. It sucks. But can you just explain that? Because I'm messing that up, and I don't want to mess up what you shared with us. All right, it is 10:24. I'm gonna stay on for another 5 or 6 minutes. Then I'm going over to Phil. Oh, the walkers die out. Decomposition. Decompose. I'm sorry. I understand. That makes sense. That makes sense because eventually the body, even if you're a zombie or a walker, is going to break down. That's interesting. I like that. Paul Lansford, I'm leaving now. I'm subscribed, so I will be back soon. Look at my videos if you want more spoilers. Peace out. Thank you very much, Paul, for joining us, and I will check out your channel. I'm going to subscribe, and thank you for the information. I do enjoy spoilers. Thank you very much for everyone. I'm going to be stopping this stream in about 6 minutes because at 10:30, my friend Phil, the Issues Guy, goes on, and he does a live recap and review of Walking Dead episode 10, New Best Friends. The link is below, so anyone who wants, please click on that link below to Phil the Issues Guy, and we can all jump in the chat there and check it out. I like it. I'm a moderator for his show. We have a few of them. He's very nice. Phil's been a little down on the show lately. We were all kind of a little pissed off with the ending last year. Not real happy with it, but. And I was a little upset with last week's episode. I have to admit, it wasn't my favorite. But you guys have renewed my faith, and the episode has renewed my faith. I'm gonna just read a few more before I leave. Teen says, "How often do you do live streams?" You know, I don't do them regularly. I set this up real quick, like 5 minutes before this came on, because I wanted to chat and talk to people about The Walking Dead to get back in the mojo of it. I was so bummed out about last week's episode. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do this on. If you guys like it, I hope you guys come back. Oh, thank you for subbing, teens. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Plasma Buster. You know what I want to see? The fight with Negan and Rick. That would be so good. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. BP4 Gaming. Thanks for everything, man. Can't wait till next discussion. Check out my stuff if you want. I will. You did leave a link, right? I think you did say you went on one of my sports videos, gaming. I'm gonna check it out. I want, if you want, I do random stuff. Me too. That's what I do. Follow Summer. We'll definitely check out Phil's review. Thanks. I think you're gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna be over there shortly. A lot of nice people. Follow says thanks for the fun chat. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to everyone who's been in the chat. Let me read out the names real quick before I leave. Follow Summer, Plasma Buster. Oh wait, Plasma Buster. Let me read Plasma Buster's comment before I go. Okay, here's my opinion on Negan. His leadership is all right, but he has lack of sharing among other communities. If he does, they all will be in peace. I agree. I'd like to see Negan's character. They'll never do it. I like Negan. I know he's a horrible person. I like him. I'd like to see them let that character develop into almost like a Merle, like they did with Merle, Daryl's brother. I mean, he did kill Glenn and Abraham. It's going to be tough, but in the comic, spoiler, he kind of evolves, wouldn't you say? All right, I'm going to be leaving this chat shortly, going over to Phil the Issues Guide, link below. Come on over and join us if you want, but I want to say thank you to Plasma Buster, Follow Summer, BP4 Gaming. Check out BP4 Gaming's channel, Teeniest, Paul Lansford for all the information. Check out his channel. And who else? There are a few other people. I'm just scrolling up. Had a lot of. Thank you very much. Had a fun time. Great time. It was a fun chat. I'm scrolling up. I'm scrolling up. There's a few more people I want to thank. Dirty Issues for jumping in quick. Thank you very much. Check out their channel. That's Phil's Video Game and Monologue channel. Who else? Who else? Let's thank all the good people who've watched. Thank you for watching, even if you didn't jump in the chat. Feel free to jump in the chat next time we do this. I'm going to try to do this next week again if I'm around, God willing. FMD, thank you very much. David the Saint, a.k.a. Broke Black Man 94. Check out his channel. Wonderful recaps and reviews there. And that's it, folks. Thank you very much for everyone joining me. I'm Al, Red Sox fan. If you liked this, please come back. If you want, subscribe. I would appreciate that. But come back. That's the important thing. Come back if you enjoyed yourself. I think we all had a fun time here. And, share if you want. And remember, Phil the Issues Guy, links below. I'm going over to Phil. It's 10:29. He's going on 10:30 or a little thereafter. So jump on there and check out Phil. He does a live recap and review with friends of Phil in the chat. We're wonderful people. Come join us. Thank you very much. Health and happiness. God bless to everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. See you soon. Hopefully we see you back next week. Spread the word. More people to join the chat. And then follow us over to Phil later. God bless you all. Health and happiness. Bye-bye.